Just recently, one of the UK's biggest rappers hit me up for a beat pack, and when I sent some over, he said 5 words that made me change the way I think about beats forever. I've worked with this artist before, alongside rappers like Giggs, French the Kid, and Noisy, so when he said this, I knew I had to rethink everything. So in this video, I'm breaking down the exact system I use to make beats that rappers actually want. Because if you've been struggling to land placements, it might not be that your beats aren't good enough, it's just that you're missing these few fundamental steps. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so I don't want to name drop the artist, but I felt like I've been making his style of music for a long time, and I've actually got a couple of placements with him. But when I sent my last beat pack over, he replied saying, have I got anything with not too much going on? And those 5 words hit me because even though I've been producing for a long time, and I know it's important to leave room for artists, sometimes I forget to take my own advice. When I'm making tutorials, I low-key want to impress other producers because that's who's watching my content. So I might do a lot of beat switch ups, add loads of sounds and effects, but the reality is producers aren't the ones who are going to be using my beats. So even though I have had complex beats placed with artists, it definitely makes it harder. I even put this to the test because when he said that, I went away and cooked up a whole new pack, and then I even got the chance to play some beats live at an open mic event. I played one complex one with a lot of different sounds, and it got a good response, and some people grabbed the mic.
If I make them bands, I splurging. Why spend so much peas on a handbag walking when we put that on a German?
But when I played the simpler one, people went crazy. It got a good few reloads and so many different artists wanted to jump on it. And it's easy for people to just say keep it simple, but what does that actually mean? Because there's a difference between basic and simple. Well, let's cook up a full beat from scratch and I'll break it all down. First, let's start with a melody, and I'm going to use Fraction because this is a slept on plugin, man. This is a sample based plugin that Aeroform and Prototype made with over $80,000 worth of gear, so it gives you the feeling of a real hardware synth. And the first thing I want to start with is a pad, so we're just going to find a preset that we like. Really like this one. It's working in minor key, we'll choose E minor. And when I'm making beats for rappers, I just want it to be pretty catchy. I don't need the progression to be too complex. We could start by drawing some things in, seeing what sounds right. See, even something like that, unless I'm intentionally making something really melodic or a pain beat or soul beat, I'll try and keep the core idea pretty repetitive. And one thing I've learned is to try and make sure that you're actually happy with the core idea. Sometimes you might not be really feeling it, so you'll keep adding more and more layers until you think that it sounds good. But if you set the foundation right, it's going to make the whole thing a lot easier. For example, we could copy this. Let's just change the bass note here. And to change the rhythm, let's bring this back. So to me, when I'm listening to this, even though it's repetitive, I don't think it's going to get too boring. Let's just randomize the velocity with Alt and R. Now this preset split into 2 different sounds, but if we go to advanced, we can decide how we want it to blend. And if we go to effects, we could add some delay here. A little bit more reverb. Or you can control it here. So this is split into 2. So the bottom half, if you bring it up and down, it's like the wet and dry for the effects. Left and right is blending the 2 sounds. And if you bring it to the top section, it's going to activate the LFO in advanced. So now you've got this gated filter sound. You can control that from here too, but I'm going to leave that filter off. Think about that, it sounds good for this one. Alright, now let's copy that because I want to layer this with something else. When I'm making something simple and catchy, it might just be a 2-chord idea. I'm thinking that might sound good layered with some keys. Even that first preset. This could work. I like the texture of this one. I'm going to turn down the vintage noise here, but I like the sound of this analog noise in this one. Gonna take out some of the low end there. Next up, I'm gonna add some strings because sometimes I like that blend of analog synths with real strings. I'm gonna use the orchestra. We'll copy the MIDI for now. Or we could pitch that up an octave and add some halftime. Don't need that low end though. And let's see how this blends with this one. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I like the sound of those 3. I'm going to add a bass layer because I really like the sounds in Fraction. But this is just to get the vibe going because I'm probably going to use the 8-weight at some point. this one's hard. I think I want less noise though. I'm gonna use the filter but turn this all the way down. Yeah, about there. So usually I'll start with a simple pattern, layer that up a couple times, then add the bass, and then at this point, we either need some accents or a nice counter melody. I feel like it's missing that main top line. So let's go to plucks. Just gonna find a sound that works. I like this one. Just quantize that, but I want the notes to overlap a bit because I've got this mono glide activated. So instead of the note sounding sudden like this, we'll play smoother into the next one. And by the way, this is a sponsored video, so a huge shout out to Aeroform on Prototype. If you like that analog synth sound and the ability to manipulate them in various ways, then I really think you'll love this one. So I'll leave a link in the description. If you use the code Cactus10, you'll get 10% off. The only thing I think this is missing now is some type of organic sound. So I think even some of these little accents will work. And when you're trying to save space for people, you don't want too many instruments taking up the same frequency range. The flute and the lead, for example, are both higher instruments, so they might clash. So instead of thinking of another melody on top of that lead, we'll just include this flute when the lead stops, and then you get that call and response effect. Alright, now what we could do is just consolidate this, and I'm going to bring this into Fruity Slicer, and we'll chop this by beat. I'm also going to pitch it up too, then increase the attack and decay just to get a bit more of a sampled effect. So even like that, completely different. This sounds hard. Yeah, I think that. Let's see what it sounds like pitched down as well. Yeah, that would work too. So now we've got a pattern that's simple but not basic because it sounds like it's been sampled from something. Just to bring some of that high end back, I'm going to copy that. I'm just going to bring the whole thing up an octave. So now that we've got this repetitive melody, we can add another layer to act as a counter melody. So even though I want something continuous that's easy for an artist to jump on, I still want some variation. I'm going to go back to Fraction because in this melodic section, there's some nice organic instruments. I really like this piano. We've got color on for some extra analog brightness. And I want a bit more reverb. One of my favorite features is this shatter button though, because when you click it, it's going to randomize everything in the upper half. So if you wanted some quick random ideas for presets, you could just use this. But I liked it how we had it. So with your melodies, you don't need too many different layers as you've seen. And if I'm playing it safe for artists, I like to chop the melody and flip it into something that's kind of repetitive, just so there's a constant rhythm going that doesn't throw them off too much. And before I add anything else, we should get some drums in because then we'll know what space we've got left. And adding drums is the part where you can easily overdo it. So again, you want a pattern that doesn't switch up too much, otherwise you're going to throw them off when they're writing. And one of my other favorite snares. Find an open hat too. Maybe this one. I'm just gonna swap one of those snares for something like this. So maybe we could have the first two. Keep the rhythm so it doesn't throw anyone off, but then just change the sound. Maybe the other way around. Then I'm just going to layer that second one with this. Okay, let's add an 808. And this is where sometimes I can go overboard because I like to add a lot of different sounds. Just have one playing the first note. And then for the filler notes, we could use a log drum. keep this bounce consistent too. Couple more 8-way notes here. I like this sound too. Just because I'm adding more sounds, it doesn't mean that I need to think of a new pattern for everything. I could just use some sounds to emphasize some of the other ones. Whenever I'm adding drums, if it gets to a point where I've been searching for new sounds for a while, or just clicking through loads of stuff to see if anything fits, it's usually a sign that I'm just trying to force it. Like this pattern now is definitely enough, and it's only because this certain style needs a few different sounds. Just give them a quick mix. Bring that main snare up. These ones can just be panned left and right. Same with these. I'm also just going to side chain the kick to the 8-weight. Just going to balance out these last log drums as well. Just sort of roughly hitting the same. Just going to bring that open hat back here. Might even have this kick playing through. Then I've just muted some other sounds. Just keeping that consistent rhythm. I'm gonna add another sound. But again, this is just a layer something, so it's not gonna mess with the bounce. So just layering the first snare. And usually in my beats, I like to add a lot of different fills and effects to add to the atmosphere. But for some artists, that can just make it sound a bit too busy. It doesn't mean you can't add them, but every sound just has to have intention. For example, we could keep it simple with one. Maybe just cut this middle one. Just so it's not messing with the bounce. Right, so this is definitely enough sounds for the beat. I'm going to split the drum pattern. And I know it looks like a lot, but some sounds are just layered, stacked with the others. Now for the arrangement, again, I'm going to keep it simple just so it doesn't throw off an artist's flow. For example, I'm just going to get rid of this sound, which is sort of by itself. Save it for the second half. Save the fill for the end of the 16, so there's not too many effects. We'll have this high octave part playing throughout the hook. But I'm going to mute the first section. Then in the verse, we're just going to keep it playing. I'll maybe just cut the drums at the start. And just make some little cuts here. Don't want to throw the bounce off. Now we can bring this piano in. Then again, if we're keeping it simple and you want to add some variation, the easiest thing to do is just try pitching it up an octave or down an octave. Yeah, I think that's a bit too much for this one. We could try down though. That one's not too bad. We might just have to filter out some more of that low end though. And then we could just automate both of these. Only bring them on in this section here. But I actually like the sound of it going up and down an octave. So I'm going to copy this over one more time. But this one will have the piano. Sometimes I bring the intro down an octave, but then when someone plays the beat, they don't get that full effect straight away, so they might skip it. So you want it to sound interesting as soon as they hit play. Only other thing I'm going to change is just an extra note in the 8-weight, the second 8 bars. And that should be it. So let's have a listen from the beginning. So just a simple 8-bar intro.
J Cactus.
Yeah, the bounce of this one is sick. Then a subtle change in the 8-weight. Not too much. See, we've just made simple cuts, and then it's not messing up the rhythm with the beat. piano. So yeah, I hope this video helped you. If you want to check out Fraction, the link's in the description. Or if you want more videos just like this one, then click up here.